What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth. Thanks to our good friends at Ned's, number one betting show, number one platform. Isn't that right?
Absolutely love it.
You love them.
I got on a livey on Ned's on Saturday at about 3 a.m. I thought I was fucking killing it. I basically was looking after the boys, and Cameron Young in the golf was shot like a -9 on the front nine. And I opened the PGA app, and I thought everyone else had finished, but they hadn't started, and he was paying 100 to 1. I was like, oh my God, I'm a genius. Get it on him. And then I was like, oh no, everyone still has to go. Everyone still has to go. So shout out Ned's. My first...
Didn't get up, obviously.
Yeah, it didn't get up, but it was like I was already planning the story behind it. But, you know, livey at 3 a.m, it's just a good service.
Well, no, that is a good service. If you can get on a livey at 3 a.m. Now, I'm assuming that was because you were up to...
I was up feeding babies, and then just, you know, I was up all night, and then sometimes a baby just keeps you awake, and you're like, okay, I've just got to get up now.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get up, chucking a couple of liveys.
Yeah.
Fellas, we are... Who's that? We are obviously in the afterglow of a famous New South Wales win, but I think, you know, there's probably some...
What?
Some things that are a little bit more...
Pressing.
Yeah.
What?
Did you do something with your beard or your eyebrows?
No.
You look a little different.
No. I just got a haircut, just gelled it a bit.
Yeah? You're not selling used cars?
No. Just it's what I always look like.
Yeah.
Always had heaps of colour in my hair.
Yeah, the B-grade version of Blow. You know what I mean? It looks like he's just in a crap movie.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, bet paid in full.
Yep, there you go.
The debt's been repaid.
Well, you got 3 weeks.
I got 3 weeks. Yeah, well, you know, this is the big step.
Yeah.
Obviously, I lost the palm bet for reasons that have already been well explained. So, nipped up the road and got the full treatment. This is as dark as you can get it.
No, it is. The lady was pretty...
Shockingly. She was impeccable. She's done a lovely job. Name, Tobler? Juliana Marks, best in the business.
She didn't really want to do it to you, though.
She actually said that she likes men with grey hair, and she thinks it's fucking ludicrous when people get their colour, get their greys hidden or softened. And she was mortified that I was doing it.
She obviously had to say that to you, though, as a man.
No, she meant it. She meant it.
I can't quite work out what it is you remind me of. Is there like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode or something?
It looks ridiculous. It looks more ridiculous than I thought it would. I couldn't even imagine what it would look like, but it looks more ridiculous.
It looks more ridiculous than
it looks absurd. I feel fake. I don't feel fake. I look fake when I see myself in the mirror.
You do look fake, and the fact that your eyebrows aren't done.
We needed contrast.
Yeah, but I'm just like, it almost looks like you don't have eyebrows.
Well, they've faded away.
I actually think if you'd had it done on your eyebrows, it would have been even worse. Like, it would have been insane.
I think so, yeah. Well, thank God I didn't.
Yeah. I would appreciate...
I had to shave my eyebrows off to get rid of it.
I would appreciate in the comments every single person finish this sentence, Eddie looks like.
Yes.
Yeah. Leave your best, please.
What do I look like?
Eddie
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Couple of the ones.
The lady in there said that I look like the guy of 365 Days, which is some like hot erotica fucking show the Shields watch.
It reminds me, there's a Mexican actor who's in like Behind Enemy Lines, Desperado, a lot of those 90s action. He speaks like this, like, don't fly the planes out. Like, he might have even been in like a Home Alone 3 or 4, big 90s, bad dude, Desperado, you know what I mean? Like, he's always...
it is that sort of like cheap Mexican film guy, though.
Machete, like, you know, those ones. But I don't know his name. No one knows his name.
Rue's already said out of work porn star.
I said Lego when I first saw it, but I think he looks more like bad guy from Desperado.
Also, the dude from Chopper. No cash. Here, no cash. No cash, Chop.
Fucking Vince Colosimo.
Yeah, but I can't remember his name in the actual...
Oh, in the show? Don't know.
Robbo?
Cash, here. No cash.
Less the beard, obviously, but, you know, the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza goes and gets his hair put on, the fake hair put in.
He gets,
you get that first scene where you see him and it's a real fucking shock.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that when I walked in.
Yeah, a bit of George.
I am like I like Seinfeld. I'm not a have seen every episode of Seinfeld. Can recall it. You two definitely are.
I fucked up. I'm not going back and watching it. I didn't
It's
watch
too late,
much.
yeah.
And, like I had every box set of Friends. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I was.
Well, mate,
You
it's-
haven't seen Seinfeld.
I've seen episodes, but I never got addicted to it.
You would like it, but
That
I
shocks
understand.
me.
I understand how you like. It's too late for me. I
It's
get
too
that.
late. You know what I
get that.
mean?
I watched it.
I
used
can
to watch it with
respect
family, but
because you
like-
got to go back to the start. You got to commit because like it takes probably 3 seasons to fully get it.
Yeah.
In fact, it doesn't start to get really good until season 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
I missed it.
So maybe I look like George Costanza. I
Listen,
don't think so.
Again, comment. Eddie looks like.
Tell me what I look like.
Should we get into some accountability there, Eduardo?
Let's do it.
You do look Italian.
Thanks.
You look like it. Well, yeah, whatever. Let's get into it then.
Let's
bud.
do it. Now, accountability, punters and dribblers. Obviously, there was only 5 games, buy-round rugby league. We start with the Storm 30 defeating the Dolphins 24. That fucking basically threw me out completely because I was on the underdog train. Storm get the win. Fuck us all.
Yep.
A lot of fish, a lot of Dolphins, a lot of JMKs, Farlongos, Katoas, Ozako combined for 2. Storm minus 6.5. Like, there was a Wishart. There's a Tyron Wishart. The kid can score tries.
Wishy can score tries.
Wishy can score tries, mate. And
I love Wishy.
I fucking love Wishy. I'm a huge fan of his work and his old man and his brother and his sister, who's now engaged to the great and the powerful Ruben Garrick. Correct. Like, just a beautiful family.
What a family.
What a family.
What a tremendous family.
So a lot of red there, punters and dribblers. Titans 66 defeat the Warriors 6. Now, Tom, I think we start with you, don't we, brother? Again, let me reiterate. Titans 66 defeat the Warriors to 6.
Yeah,
and you had Waz minus 4.5 triple stakes.
Triple staked. It's the worst triple staking comfortably in the history of the show. I'm prepared to wear it, right? Like, you know, credit to me for being a guy who fronts the cameras after a tough weekend, right? But fuck me, it was a hard watch. And then it became a joke. But it's almost a bad beat because, like, who the fuck saw that happening? The Waz.
It's not a bad bet. It's the worst bet of all time.
You lost by like 70. 70 on the line.
Yeah, I know. But
70 points the wrong way. That's fucking
no
outrageous.
one was predicting that.
Yeah,
no
but
one was predicting
everyone
that.
can predict
I said
the Titans.
Titans. I said Titans.
No, but so Titans is
I said
one
they'd
thing.
win.
Titans is
No,
one
but
thing.
Titans Warriors game. Titans can pull these games out of their asses.
Yeah, look,
and
I know,
the
look, I
Warriors
know.
have been
They
all
can.
over
Just
the
admit
shop.
it. You know the mistake that I really had was not truly acknowledging a Foran Campbell halves pairing. I think that's what. And Keanu Kinney now being like, you know, a real deal guy. It was a mistake, but no one expected the Warriors to be so shit because they were being good. They started being good again. So, like, it was sort of hard to fucking read.
It's a fucking shocking bet,
It's an
and you
awful
just
bet.
wear it on the
I'm
chinny
here.
chin.
I'm here fronting the fucking media.
Now,
It was a
Sebo.
bad bet.
Sebo over 50.5 points, triple staked.
Yeah, look,
You're getting a real fucking groove on there, boy.
Yeah.
It was
Tell us
so
the
good.
triples.
I love the 3 p.m. slot, especially Millie was away. 3 p.m. is my favourite slot on the weekend when I'm just bunkered down with the kids because it's the first game. You're excited. You're not getting tired. And I thought, oh fuck, I just don't. I don't want Titans to get to like 30 and then get off the boil and play defense. Like, no, it's the Titans. They need as many points as they can get to get off. And you just knew it was home. It was done with 20 minutes to go. Also, talking live bets, the second half, the odds get lifted for ATSs. And I said in the group, I was like, there's no Jaden Campbell, 575 for a try in the second half. Boom, got that on the livey. Just a good 3 p.m. slot.
King of the livey at the moment, eh?
Well, I mean, I didn't... 1 from 2.
Well, that's actually true.
Yeah.
King of the livey.
Well, you're king of the livey.
No, 1 was 100-1, so it was
Yeah.
just like, you know.
The fact that you just
yeah.
even turn it up for him, you know?
Well, when you're just, you know, having a nice, clean family weekend, by that I just mean you're not going out, you're staying at home, you've got more time to focus, you're not distracted by mates. You're like, yeah, I'll just check out the live markets. I just see what they're doing. Let's juice it up a little bit. you know?
Let's get on the blow up.
575.
Yeah.
They were on fire.
No, dude, it was a fucking great
But anyway,
call.
the bet wasn't that. The bet was overs. Titans 3 p.m. against Warriors.
Well
No
done,
rain.
mate.
Yeah, I'll
Beautiful
take it.
stuff. I was a David Fafita short. I had Jojo. Jojo didn't play. Put David in. David didn't score.
It's when David doesn't score on a 66 point.
You're just going. What the fuck do I need to fucking do to get a win? I'm in a bit of a slump at the moment, punters and dribblers. Now, Guru had Sammy, Kinney, AFB, and RTS. He gets 1 from 4 legs there. Lippy, none from 3. Roosters 26 defeated the Bulldogs 8. Again, just so much red this
So
week,
much
punters
red.
and dribblers. So much red.
Tough
Obviously,
round.
it's impossible to bet. Constantly bets are changing. There's fucking ins and outs. It's just a shit show from top to bottom.
Yep.
Tommy had Kickow, Radley, and Dogs plus 7.5. There's all red there. I had Bulldogs and Jamin Salmon, who crossed, I think, first for the Dogs. And I was starting to touch myself, but then the Dogs got pumped. So obviously that was almost a forbidden touching. Skelton, Radley, and the
As
Dogs.
in, like, is that like a Mormon thing where it's like you shouldn't be touching yourself
well,
in the eyes of the Lord?
it'd almost be a soaking, wouldn't it? But soakings are okay.
Soakings play on. This is you actually.
Is that
beating your
legit
mate.
that you can actually soak and it's fucking play on?
Well,
That would've been
Rando can maybe
interpret-
check that for us. Get his search history.
Just go,
nice
just
and
go,
deep.
just type in is soaking.
Soaking play on.
Yeah, is soaking play
Is
on?
soaking play on for Mormons? Just look that
Yeah.
up.
Now, for those of you that are unaware of what soaking is, it is when one places their erect penis, I assume, inside of an orifice, usually a vagina, I would say, maybe an anus, and rather than thrusting until ejaculation or orgasm from either side of the fence, you just sit there.
I've heard that. I've also heard if you do it on the top bunk, your mate can kick the bunk from the bottom
And shake
then
it.
just-
So you can claim.
So you claim.
yeah.
You've done nothing.
I've done nothing in the eyes of the Lord. I've merely soaked.
Well, the Lord is a gentleman who can tell nuance, right? And he can.
Well, he's there in the room.
He's
isn't he?
there. Well, of course, he's omnipotent.
He's watching.
Omnipresent. He's in there.
He's watching the soak.
he's in-
You could
he's-
argue he is the soak.
He is the soaking.
Yes.
But he knows when, a mate's shaking a bed for a mate and you have nothing to do with it.
That's right. It's just mate shaking.
Mates shaking mates.
Yeah, that's right.
So this was it. So you soaked yourself? No, that's play on. You touched yourself when you shouldn't have.
No, that's right. Now, Guru had Tracy, Radley, Dogs plus 4.5. That doesn't hit. There's just a lot of red.
I personally want to hear what the random stats.
No,
guys
he
paid
absolutely.
for
You've got to
this.
come back to us with the answer there. Obviously,
Have you
you're
got
more
an
of a
answer?
Stats guy than a soaking.
Yeah,
guru, but-
soaking, I believe, is play on, allegedly, according to XMoleX at TikTok. He said that the logic is that because there is no thrusting, it doesn't count as sex. But there's a new one called jump humping, when a third person jumps on the bed while two other people soak
That's what I'm
to
talking
create
about.
motion.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jump
baby.
humping.
That's
So
what I'm
Maybe
talking
jump
about.
humping is what you're looking at.
So really, if you need to touch yourself, you need to get me over to your house, and I start shaking your arm up and down for you.
Yeah. You shake my arm for me.
Yeah.
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 And that was confirmed by at Funeral Potato Slut on TikTok.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that's where I
listen,
go
shout
to.
listen, trusted sources. Trusted sources. Rabbitohs 14 defeat the Seagulls 0 in arguably the worst game of footy ever played. Lehigh, Hopper Whitey doesn't score. Cooler doesn't score. Cody Walker doesn't score. Berber doesn't score. Bullymar off the bench. He doesn't score the first or the second. Manly doesn't win. Talau doesn't score. Hopper doesn't score. Gray does.
Yeah.
Whiten doesn't. And Brooks doesn't. So just a little grey.
I don't think, and I'm not going to get into it here, Edward, with everyone at home, but maybe just you and I in the green room, or maybe on a later podcast. But the selections for Manly in that game were just fucking diabolical. Obviously we had no one, we had 1 million people out, but like the fact Humphreys didn't get in, the fact Brad Parker's basically got to give someone a rim job to get a look in at that club these days, like. You pick fucking Lawton at 7, but then he's Talau's playing 6. Like Luke Brooks is a 7 wide, and he just fucking.
You guys have no depth, though.
We actually do have
Mate,
depth.
we've got a lot of.
We actually have.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, the Rabbitohs have injuries." Listen,
There's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Manly's outs and Rabbitohs outs are a different kettle of fish.
Boys, I love my job, but on Monday I had to do a 35-minute review of this game, and it was the toughest.
you did a
Did you have to do
35-minute
35
review.
minutes?
Did a 35-minute review of everything.
Of
We didn't
that
even talk
game.
about the game. We just talked about what Seabold didn't do in the week and who he didn't pick. It was wild. Yeah.
And was some of my sentiments echoed there in terms of Humphreys?
Echoed
in terms of-
numerous times.
Yeah. Because there's now yarns that Seabold's fucking. They're sharpening the knives there at Brookvale, and I may be providing the providing the sharpener.
Listen, sharpen them up. Now, Tigers 48 defeat the Raiders 24. I have Tigers. I have Adam Dewey because Olam didn't play. Huddy doesn't score. Tarpanay was never going to score. That was a dumb bet. But
Huddy was nearly over like 5
multiple
times.
times. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
There was
fucking
one where he just needed to fall over, but he just passed it.
Tarpanay was never going to score.
Yeah, he can score, though.
Well, not really.
But he
He's
hasn't
all
scored
year.
this year.
That's why you're getting 850 for him. That's why you're getting 850 for him.
Well, that's not enough because there's been 17 rounds, so it's actually shit odds. Now, the Lippy again, absolutely nothing. It's just been a bad week. I've been very unlucky, I'd argue, and I think the punters and dribblers
Same.
would agree. Unit Scoopers, Roo gets 3 from 5. I'm 2 from 4. Sebo 1 from 4. The Lippy, notably, none from 5. Hot seat. Cody Walker doesn't score for Sebo, which means it's week 8, punters and dribblers. I'm in the hot seat. If I win 4 bets in a row, I get there. If I was to leave this week, I would need you 3 to lose every bet, and I'd get it automatically. I've just got to go for gold.
Am I in a pretty good position?
I've got to go for gold.
Is it you then me, or is it you then Roo then me?
No.
Roo's first. I'm last, then Roo,
Then me.
then Sebo, then you.
Sebo's just gone, so it'd have to be me.
Did you just
You're
go?
after Eddie, aren't
I
you?
just
Oh, so you're this week. Oh, it's you this week.
You're in the worst position.
Oh, you would have got away with that too. You idiots.
You are a
Are an
moron.
idiot.
I don't even a moron. How the fuck did I know? I don't know where we're at.
Well, I don't know why I thought it was me. You're right. It's
You've already
Burmo.
put your bet in. Bet stands up next week. Bet stands.
Tommy Burns in the hot seat this week. He's basically got to win 4 from 4.
Okay.
He's got to win 4
That's,
from
you know
4.
what? That's doable. That's doable. That's doable.
It's definitely doable. There's some bets
fucking
this week.
There's some this week.
I'd
I
be
can
stealing
win, yeah.
mine if I was you.
Well, I'm not going near you, dude. The Raiders, the fucking Raiders, dude. No, I don't nowhere near the Raiders ever again. Waz,
loss.
I'm taking the Waz line.
Your loss. Weekly leaderboard. Sebo, 1 from 6. 4.4 units in the
I'll
grade.
tell you
Well done,
what's
mate.
disgusting. How obvious my punting is tied to the Rabbitohs form. It is fucked up. Like, it is beyond fucked. Last year, I was flying. And then what happened? I crashed and burned for the entire...
Like they did, yeah.
Couldn't start this season at all. I've won the last, 2 or 3 weeks out of the last 4 weeks.
You've been fucking...
While the Rabbitohs have won 4 in a row. Like, it's just fucked.
You're into the 50s, aren't
My
you?
fate depends on the bunnies.
Sorry.
Like that, Roo was second. The rest of us don't get a bet. Roo's second, notably with 4 of 18 legs, which was impressive, minus 2.5. I had 50% of my legs, but still nothing, minus 3.01. Lippy, minus 3.15. 2 of 19 legs for the Lippy, which is fucking outrageous. And Tom, 3 of 17 legs, no bets, minus 9.8.
Tough week for the kid.
Overall, Roo is still about even, minus 2.63. I'm slipping big time, minus 30.69. Need a couple of scoops or a couple of trips this week. Lippy, minus 43. Tom, minus 51.94. Getting chased down at the moment.
I'm chasing
by
you.
Sebastian.
Minus
Minus 59.81 into
Back
the
in the
50s. Well done,
Back in the
son.
50s.
Look at this kid
I was in the
move.
80s.
He was in the 80s,
I was in
dude.
the 80s.
What a fucking
Look at
couple
the
of
kid
weeks.
move.
I was staring down the barrel of being the first person to run out of money on the show, including the Lippy. So it's not over yet.
Did the Lippy run out? Or
No, they had like $10 last season, I think.
Nilso
They were in the
saved
they were
or
in the
some shit,
90s.
didn't they?
Yeah, Neil
Lippy was in the
saved-
90s, and Nilso saved him. Yeah, got him through to the end of the season.
All right, there we go. So what's
There
the
you go.
leaderboard here? We just did that.
I just did it.
Just
mate.
did it. Sorry.
Then the Lippy, obviously, for
Lippy.
those that are like, why are they going down so much? Because we gave them 5 units last week when they didn't deserve it because people told me that the fucking Sharks won when they didn't.
Yep.
The Lippy's starting to get into their work.
Yeah. Starting
As
to
we would
become-
expect. They had a really good start, the Lippy, but they're fucking toilet.
Yep. Sweet. Let's punt. Sebo, who is our Lippy this week?
His name is something like Jordan, like Piraeus. It's not Piraeus, but that's what the port in Greece is called. But it's he actually has contributed to the set, and in doing so, he's had a request which
What's he?
he provided the stag set,
Oh, okay.
and so he's asked permission to maybe triple stake a certain bet. Now the Lippies aren't allowed to triple stake, but looking at his
Are they not
bets-
allowed to triple stake? When did we decide that?
Well, if Lippies are allowed to triple stake, they'll be out of money in 2 weeks.
That's true.
Like-
We're protecting themselves.
We're protecting the Lippy from themselves.
Because every Lippy wants to win the week.
That's a great point. I'd forgotten.
I think we allow this one off
Yeah.
though, given the.
Well, he's
although
got
he did get a baggy
He's
green
got a baggy
for it,
green.
so-
Baggy green members contribute.
Jack
Yeah.
Praeus. Is that his name, or is that just his? Piraeus, you know, Piraeus. Yeah, let's call it Piraeus, dude. It's
Yeah,
a good name.
Piraeus.
It's a good Greek name, Jack.
Yeah.
But he provided the stag set. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
You can triple stake them, bro. First game, Dog Sharks out of the core. That filthy shithole. $2.40 for the Dogs. $1.57 for the Sharks. 4.5 the line. 47.5 is total. Rando, welcome to you, sir. Do you like your Italian mate here next to us? Do
Yeah,
you
he
feel
looks
like
good.
there's someone else? There's 3 wogs on the
We
panel
feel like
today.
brothers, don't we?
I mean, dad and son, I think, by
Yeah.
the way that hair ages you. But we'll get into the Bulldog Sharks game. Sorry.
You think I look old now?
You do.
Okay. Interesting.
You didn't think he looked old before? Jesus.
Clearly not.
Anyway, going into the Bulldogs-Sharks game will be dry at a core. Bulldogs are looking to keep their undefeated home streak alive. They have lost 12 of their last 14 games against the Sharks, but the Sharks have failed to cover the line in 8 of their last 9 night games against the Dogs. 11 of the last 12 games at a core has been decided by 1 to 12 points as well. So it's going to be a tight affair there at a core for try scorers. It's all been the right side for the Bulldogs. They have scored 17 tries in their last 5 games down their right side, either through their right second rower, right centre or right winger. Gerald Skelton is on the right wing there for now, but it could be Blake Wilson come kickoff if Crichton slots in. For right second row, it's Jamin Salmon for now, but it could be Jacob Preston if he slots in. So maybe hold off before kickoff, but definitely the right side for the Dogs has been humming lately.
It's probably a good time just to mention this beforehand. We had a discussion in the green room beforehand because this is such Origin affected, hard to pick sort of shit. We are allowing ourselves to, based on ins and outs, change our bets before kickoff during Origin period.
Yep. Just because the teams fucking change so much. For example, like if you're tripling a side that has a key player that doesn't play, that's just a dumb bet, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't do it.
No. So keep an eye on socials, but these bets are all subject to change given ins and outs. I thought Wilson was on the right wing. Now he might be, but Skelton is currently... I just want right winger for the Dogs to score. Can I just put that in?
That's going to start getting a little bit...
As in with another... But so it just depends on who's there.
Yeah, but then we're going to uncharted territory of... Like, I think if someone's out because of Origin, Mitch Moses is out and you chose Para to win, get rid of that. But
So I'm putting Skelton then as the right winger.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play...
Then it'll be Wilson on the right wing. And
Yeah.
so
But if he doesn't play, you can put in another
You
player.
can put in whoever you want.
like we've always been able to do.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Like we've always been able to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys go. I just got to change.
It's more about protecting yourself from going fucking hard at a team
Yes.
where if Moses doesn't play, it's just a dumb
Which
bet.
may be exactly what I've done. So then, Edward, what are you doing?
I will be completely honest with the punter and the dribbler, as I always have been and will remain so. I really have no fucking clue what's going on this week. I have never felt more unsure in some of these games. Some I feel okay, but there's some I just have fucking no clue. Bulldogs, Sharks, I couldn't tell you who's going to win this. So I'm just going to take a couple of try scorers. Matty Burton because he's a Dubbo boy and he scores tries. And Talakai because I've actually never banged on him. And I'm like, fuck it. I wouldn't mind banging on a Talakai. $9.78.
Teague Wilton on the extended. So Talakai, good chance to get benched though. Just FYI. Do with that information what you will. I have got...
Well... Like, what the fuck? See what I mean? It's just fuck.
That's not Origin, though. That's just footy.
Yeah, that is just
That's
footy.
just footy.
That's just footy.
Teague's
All right,
not in
fuck
the
it.
Origin team.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, but things get shuffled, mate.
Well, Teague Wilton's got no shuffle. Like, that's not a shuffle.
No. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I know.
9.78.
I've gone the unders 49.5 in this one. I've got Jesse Raymond as an anytime try scorer. That Sharks right edge was humming last week. And I've got Skelton as well. We'll see what happens there, but hopefully he plays. So under 49.5, Raymond, Skelton, $14.73.
I just wanted to remove Origin from this in terms of like ructions and things that can fuck me. So I've just gone Burton Nickera 11.60.
Yep, so you stole my bet.
Oh, did you do that?
Yep.
No, well, I already had Nickera, bro. So I just bought in a Birdo.
Well, as Tom, I'm taking...
He's put the names in different order to throw you off, mate.
Yeah, copy my work, just make it look different.
Yeah, look, for 11.60, that's what I like about the Burton Nickera one because Nickera's in some form, you know, and Hines is playing like he's playing well as well. Burton, he just seems to score. I haven't really banged on him yet. In fact, I'm looking at all these. Talakai, Burton does seem to bang more, but Ramian and Talakai, they're quite notoriously hard bangs. Though.
Ramian, very much so.
It's like, you know those things at like a Mossy show where you're meant to throw a ball and knock over like a little metal like cylinder or something?
Yep. And one of them stuck.
Ramien's like the guy in the middle, the easiest one to get, and you're like, I should be able to fucking get this, and you just can't get it. Because they've glued it to the bottom of the
they're
thing.
fucking
You walk
crooks.
away for 5 minutes, and then they tip it over, and like, oh, it can be falling over.
Yeah,
Puts
yeah.
it back up, gets the bloody
Dude,
blue
I was
tack.
at,
Yeah.
what's the one with the big teeth across the harbour? What's that place called?
Luna Park.
Luna Park. I went there fucking with my kids, and I'm there like throwing things. I'm like, all right, let me win you some shit. Let's be like a dad providing, be cool. And it's the same thing where you're hitting them, bang, knocked them all over. I'm like, I am a fucking legend. I'm like, give me whatever. And they're like, the guy's like, no, you have to not only knock them over, they all have to roll off the fucking thing.
my
They're
God,
like,
that's
a new rule.
bullshit.
I know.
That's fucking T's and C's.
there's a part of
rubbish.
me where I actually thought the carny would be not extinct, but on the outskirts. They say the fact that the carny is still in the middle of the city, I actually appreciate.
No,
that.
it's like when you see like Amazonian tribes still existing when you fly over. It's like, oh, there's still like a carny population that exists in the heart of the
There's
city.
still a huge fucking carny route
Yeah.
that goes through
Yeah.
the states and
Oh
territories.
yeah, I get that. I thought it wouldn't be in the city like at a Luna Park. I thought the carnies would have been expelled years ago.
Oh, so you're saying you wouldn't have seen them in the city, you expect to see them in the country.
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
Like a Dubbo,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
The Dubbo show.
Yeah, the
for
Mossy
3
show.
I'm a
days in
fan
May.
of the carny. They're the closest things we got to like gypsies in Europe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
They're the closest thing.
I would love to without the hard work required, but I would like to just like be a part of the carny world, just
Yep.
to see how they operate, just to see the fucking
Well, mate,
lay of the land.
we looked at buying a fucking Dodgem cars.
Didn't we? Wasn't that? Weren't we up for making shitloads of coin?
It wasn't prohibitively expensive, but it kind of was. But you
The
could
insurance-
turn,
the insurance
was
does
where we
I
could.
tell you where you can
Insurance
make a
does
lot
that.
of money. I've talked about
Dodgem
finding
cars.
an old like mystic in Europe, but if you just went over to Europe, got a 3-month like working visa, or you don't even need the working visa for a gypsy family, like of all different ages, who can get on a train and take your wallet without you even realizing. Everyone sitting around here has no fucking idea.
So
in
you fly
Europe,
'em out.
they can get them in Europe when people are like holding onto their bags. They can get them.
So
Imagine
you could-
bringing them
You
here.
could go down to the beach in Australia and make a fortune.
So you
like
fly out
no
a
one
gypsy
protects
family.
you.
yeah, fly out a gypsy family. Just go.
What, and have them steal for you?
Yeah, just pickpockets.
So you're pimping them out essentially, but without the sex.
Well, yeah, you're not pimping them out,
No.
because but what you are doing is you're employing them. You're
You're
giving them
employing them to
meaningful
steal.
employment. Yeah,
But there's no cash anymore.
well, no,
so,
you go to
yeah.
cash converters.
Yeah, okay. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, reasonable.
Because I
idea,
respect the gypsy as much as I respect the carny. I really do.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's an old
so
school art.
So you
yeah.
can't split them.
No, I just respect them.
Well,
I
because
respect-
they're all stealing from you. You know
But you
what I mean?
can't. But you can't split your respect.
No, I can't split the respect. It's just something about those kind of traveling people who
Shake
rip
your
you
hand,
off
steal your watch
in
sort of
funny
stuff.
ways. You know what I mean? Like they're not resorting to armed robbery. They're just like, I'm going to trick you.
Yeah.
I'm going to trick you. I'm going to trick you, and I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to them.
Glad we cleared that up. The Lippy Sharks -4.5 into Cherry into Nicara.
There we go.
21-26.
One game in. Next up, Warriors Broncos. Warriors 225. Broncos are $1.65. This is in New Zealand, punters and dribblers. 3.5 is the line and 47.5 the total. Rando.
It's going to be wet in Auckland for this one and 14 degrees. SJ, the big out for the Warriors, which has worked out for them, considering they are undefeated without him in 2024, winning all 3 games. On top of that, the Broncos have only won 2 of their 6 games away from Suncorp and have failed to cover the line in their last 4 games as the favourite. The favourite has also failed to cover the line in 8 of the last 9 head-to-head games between these two teams. For try scorers, Team Marie Martin is the main half here. He had 7 try assists in his 3 games that SJ was missing, with 6 of those tries coming down the right side. You got DWZ, who scored a double in each of his last 2 games against the Broncos. He's only $1.75. So if you want more value, Murata Niokore at right second row is an option, running at Ezra Mam, who has conceded 6 tries this season, 4 of them to right second rowers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
$6 for Murata as well.
For $6 for him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, Rando.
And he's starting.
Starting.
Just confirming. $6.
Just confirming.
I'm just going to stick with what I had. The Warriors. No one knows what the fuck's going wrong with them. No one has any idea. Cooper Cronk today was like, I have absolutely no fucking clue what's going on over there. I just feel like there's a world where the Warriors, who got absolutely pants last week, come out and pants the Broncos, and everyone will just go, where the fuck did that come from? What the fuck is going on? I can just see that happening. Warriors 13 plus, RTS 12.45.
I am following Rando here with the near core, but I'm also throwing him first, second, or third. Because I was going Piacora first, second, or third, and I'm just like, fuck it, go near Cora.
Lame.
$14 dues.
I did not expect the Warriors to be at $2.25. I thought we'd be getting threes plus.
Yeah, I know.
For them,
I know.
which disappointed me. I've gone for AFB. I think he has a bounce back in this game, and he'd want to for my Supercoach team, or we're going to be having tough conversations. And I've gone Xavier Willison as well from the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos will send their origin players over to New Zealand. Surely not.
Surely
They
not.
play Penrith the week after. Surely you just keep him at bay. So I'm going to take Willison. I think he'll start in the front row and play big minutes there. So 2 front rows, which I hate, $23.86.
That's not much for 2 front rowers.
Yeah, but AFB is not
but it's
really.
not
He's pretty much a winger,
But
and
it's
Willison's
not- but
a
it's
big
not
man.
much.
That's fuck
But
all
it's
for
not
2
much.
front rowers, Mr. Guru.
It's
I'll
not
give you
your
the
best
hot tip.
work, mate.
Nick Corey,
Both
first,
teams
second,
have
Triple
not-
stake it, mate.
my 2 front rowers.
Both
that's
teams
like
have not
costume,
conceded to a starting prop so far this season.
Sorry?
Both teams haven't conceded a try to a starting prop this season.
Listen, he likes
Vicky's
his
a
bet.
Jew.
It'll probably get up. It'll probably
Yeah.
fucking get
It's
up.
been shut on
Once
too
you
much
shit on a
now,
bet,
yeah.
it'll get up.
Often.
Sebo, have you gone?
Nah, look, I'm kind of in your thought process, Eddie, that the Warriors are going to pull something out of their ass. But now, like I don't want to take the result, but I got that vibe. They're going to dig in because I think I might be right in this, that the Warriors actually inspired trench warfare, believe it or not, because back in the day,
right?
all the dumb freaking, those battles where they just like march into getting shot, like and like
Yep.
kneel.
And then it took him like 3 minutes to load a
and so-
musket.
Yeah, just load a musket and just stand there. Like the dumbest thing in the world, where I think when they went to kind of New Zealand, those areas, they were like digging in the sand and stuff, like little trench warfares and stuff. So I think, and then the English saw that and took it back. So I'm thinking the Warriors will dig in like they invented, right? I think they're going to dig in the wet and come out with the win. But I don't want to take the result. I'm taking unders. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be trench warfare. Trench warfare is always unders. Unders 47.5. I'll take near Corey there as well.
I feel like they had
13.76.
when they played there last year. I feel like they played post Origin or something last year, the Warriors, and it was a trench warfare game.
Yeah.
Wet and unders. I can't.
But like when you get 66 put on you by the Titans, you better go back to trench warfare. You know what I
you have
mean?
to.
Like you're trenching out. You're
obligated to.
Yeah. So I just like the unders for that reason. Rain, trench. Yep.
And the Lippy, who, a reminder, did purchase the Stag for the set, has tripled Stags at 280. Makes sense.
Watch it happen. Watch it happen. That fucking.
Does he get a feature on it if he wins?
of course he
that?
does.
Yeah?
Of course he
Nice.
does.
Have to.
Because he hasn't taken someone with him, but he has tripled it, I guess.
Well, you don't have to take
You don't
someone
have to take
with you.
anyone.
I know, but I think if you just get a Stags clean ATS, not tripled, then it's just like it kind of sullies the Stags head by just having.
I kind of know what you mean there.
But he's tripled it.
Yeah, he's tripled. That's what I'm saying. You've tripled it. He's
You
allowed
can't just
on.
go on Stags.
Yeah.
No, it's boring.
Yeah.
I know what you mean though. You are meant to bring someone to hump with.
Yeah, but he's outlined.
he's tripled
He's
it.
tripled
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He's fucking. He stands to lose like 7 units. Well, no, about five and a bit, which is a lot.
Yep. All right. We now move on. Knights Eels. McDonald Jones. $1.82 for the Knights. $2 for the Eels. 1.5 points is the line, and the total is 47.5.
Quickly back to Sebo there. The Māori, weren't the first to invent trench warfare, but it was the Spanish. The
Shut up.
1700s.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but it's probably the same
probably
time.
stole
And then
it.
the English like, oh, the Spanish did it, not
the
these
Spanish
guys.
would have
Spanish
stolen
nicked
it.
it. Yeah.
The Spanish nicked it.
As if they were riding around with freaking feathers in their bloody, you know what I mean? Conquistador, they didn't invent trench anything.
Were
you
they
know?
the Musketeers? Is that Spanish?
I don't know where that's set.
Portuguese,
Yeah,
potentially.
Portuguese, I
Okay.
reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
righto.
shout out to the Portuguese, actually.
Anyway, back to the Knights Eels game. It's going to be dry at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Knights, they haven't won in June since 2021, losing their
Said
last
Portuguese.
7
Sorry.
games. What's going on?
If someone says Portuguese, the first thing I think of is Portuguese chicken.
Yeah, shout out Frangos. I've recently
Do you know what I
discovered
mean?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Frangos.
That is like the first, and that's no disrespect to Portuguese. That's just my
No,
cultural
but the reason
ignorance.
I'm saying shout out is because they have done a lot in terms of navigating the
So
world.
can
We're
I?
a tiny little country.
Were they the first country to marinate chicken? Is that?
I couldn't tell you that, but I know they are.
Is that
they were
what
first to
we're-
navigate Africa?
You've got a fucking
No, but
well,
like-
that's second on
But
the ladder.
when you're thinking chooks, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking Portuguese chicken. I'm thinking in my head, those fucking geniuses go, let's start marinating those birds. over
Yeah.
there.
Like
Probably.
if you're so good at what you do that something as ubiquitous as chicken is like associated with you and your people, you must have fucking come up with it. You must have dominated it.
And it says they're the best chicken. Have we found out, Randall?
Yeah, we have. It did not originate from Portugal, Portuguese chicken. It actually originated from Macau.
So you're going to say Spain again. I'm like, geez.
So why the fuck are the Portuguese getting all the
I
credit?
tell you why,
No
because
idea.
they had the ships and they travel around. It's whoever's got the transport back then claims that Spain's apparently saying they invented trench warfare. It's because they were just traveling everywhere saying, hey, we invented this thing, which they probably didn't. Same with the Portuguese.
Same with people when you have like boxy tries and then someone comes and steals it. Anyway, Rando, back to you.
Wait. The Knights haven't won in June since 2021, losing their last 7 games on the month. Parramatta
that.
have won their last 3 games at McDonald Jones, with Mitch Moses winning both games after backing up from Origin earlier in the week. So I do like the Eels there for a potential upset. For try scorers, Mike Acevo is the dead set lock here. 11 tries in 7 games, 5 tries in 5 games against the Knights. And the Knights have conceded a try to the left winger in each of their last 4. But if you're looking for value, Dylan Brown is where it's at. He's $4 to score. He's scored in 2 of the 3 games since Moses has been back from injury. And the Knights have conceded 3 tries to left halves in their last 2 games.
Dylan Brown, boys, gets a very good matchup this week. The debutant, Will Price, very good in attack defensively. I've got a lot of question marks around him. So Dill Brown and Sean Lane, I reckon, are very good value this week.
I love hearing that. That has I've got a bit of Shawnee Lane in me fucking scooper.
On that note, I've got Dill Brown, and I'm going to take Fletcher Sharp, the Knights fullback, $8.65 there.
You go, Tom.
Okay. This is obviously pending Moses backing up, but Eels at $2. Like the Knights never win when they should, and they don't even really win when they shouldn't. They just suck. And Eels plus 1.5. I'm triple staking that shit. To be honest, I almost should be just triple staking Eels fucking flat out. Which I'm going to do now. That's what I'm doing. Eels triple stake.
That's what can someone explain to me why the Knights are favourites?
I will be following you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you why. Here's my thinking, punters and dribblers. Here's my thinking.
Man. What pussies doing that one in the Eels?
Moses will back up. I expect New South Wales to win and win big tonight. Obviously, you've seen this after the win, so we have won and we've won big. And Moses has had a great game. And he plays this weekend and he fucking dominates and he gets the Eels off the bottom of the ladder, which is where they find themselves, which I just don't think they... I love that they're there, but they shouldn't be there.
No.
So I think they fucking beat the Knights. But what really gets me, Toey, what really gets me going is that the Knights haven't won in June in the last 5 starts. Like that's the sort of stuff I'm looking for,
Yep.
and that's the sort of stat I can get behind, and it's the reason the Eels, the W, getting fucking tripled right
Yep.
now.
Have to.
It's just simple rugby
It's
league math.
simple rugby league math.
math.
Smart gambling.
What game is this one? What time?
5:30 p.m. Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, that's good.
Dude, we'll be in a good mood.
But it's be it Streeties.
Yeah,
and
this
he's
is-
just going to want his Eels to win.
Eels to
He'll
win.
get-
That's positive vibes, dude.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Because you don't want him sulking around.
No, you don't.
Lippy, Best, Blaze, Kai
you
Pierce
doing
Paul.
down
I
there,
reckon
Rick?
Newcastle winner.
Oh,
Thinking about
really?
taking yours on.
Yeah. Oh, do it.
Do it, you big
Do it, you
soot.
pussy.
All right, let's do it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. They don't win in June, mate.
No,
Simple
they
as
don't
that.
win in June. Eels are going to fucking shit.
Double checking this is still June?
Yeah, still June.
Okay.
on the week. Yeah,
29th.
25th now, so it'll be
So
yep.
29th?
Yep.
Is
Yep.
it the 29th?
Yep.
Okay. So it happens
Yep,
to be my
29th.
favourite number.
There you go.
Why do you think the Knights can win, Rube?
It's got a vibe. I don't rate
Just
Parramatta.
vibe.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't rate your bet. How about
Newcastle in Newcastle.
No,
that?
more
Last
attacking
three-
options
Last three
in there.
McDonald Jones. Again, they don't
no
win
June wins. Moses back high on life after a famous
After
Origin
fucking
win.
New South Wales win by 13 points exactly.
Now, worth noting, punters and dribblers, that all of this can change if Mitchell Moses doesn't play. These bets will be taken.
No, fuck that. If we're in on this, I'm taking a dive on the Knights.
You can change yours though as well. Like,
No,
if
why
Moses
would he?
is, well, no, why would you? But if Moses is
Well,
out,
now, hang on. If Moses is out, you've got way better
I'm
chance
doing
of
this
winning.
for the entertainment.
Yeah,
mate.
keep it.
I'm here
'Cause
for the
it's a
rivalry.
ladder board.
No, keep
It's a
it.
ladder
Alright.
board move because if he loses,
Yeah.
we all kind of close the what looks like a huge gap, insurmountable gap, but
I'm putting a lot on.
this
I'm
would be-
putting a lot on the line.
It's a
Okay.
game. Put it this way. Put it this
Okay.
way. This would be a 15-point swing between me and him.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
Massive.
yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
no backing out of this
No,
one.
no, no, no,
backing
no,
out,
no,
backing
It's
out.
mono. It's
Deal.
mono or mono.
Watch Mitchell Moses go down.
Lippy, best plays, KPP 2370, trying to do what has not been done, which some punters argue can't be done,
Getting the
which is
KPP.
wrangle a Kaipa's ball.
The Sunny Bill.
We actually need to get a photo of KPP in here because he's fast becoming a fucking Stags of his own right.
He's off the bench this week too.
Oh,
He's a bit more than a Stags, mate. He doesn't score ever.
Well, he's never scored. Yeah, that's a great point. Storm Raiders down in Amy Park, $1.17 for the Storm, $5 for the Raiders. 15.5 is the line. Big thick line there. 49.5 the total points. Rando.
They've been a bit of a bogey side, the Raiders, to the Storm in Melbourne. The Raiders are the only club outside of Melbourne to have a winning record at Amy Park, winning 8 out of 14 games and winning 4 of their last 5 games at the venue. They also aren't phased with form coming into this match, winning their last 3 games at Amy Park, coming off a loss the week before. For try scorers, you got to take a hooker against the Raiders. They've been on a scoring spree, scoring in each of the last 3 games. On top of that, Harry Grant has a great record against the Raiders, scoring in 3 of his last 4 games, including a try following the last time he played the Raiders after an Origin match earlier in the week.
I look at this fixture and I just think, for all the reasons that Rando's just mentioned, they're a bogey side for the Storm, and I think that Ricky's going to give them one of the great fucking poundings this week. I just think 15.5 is too many points. It's too many rugby league points, and I'm going to triple the fuck out of it.
Wow.
I'm going to back-to-back triples. Saturday's a big day for me.
Big day for one
Huge day for me.
I'm also going back-to-back triples.
Yeah, oh,
Going as well. I've given the Raiders, I've added a few, so plus 21.5, and I've gone under 53.5. I think Ricky Stewart said they're not tough last week. Saying that to Tarpanay, Papali. I think he gets a reaction out of them. He loves coming up against his old mate, Craig Bellamy. Don't know if they'll win, but I think they'll show a pulse down there. So $2.10. I'm going to triple stake that as well.
Wow. I'm just going to fucking scorpion that, like, get over here and just steal that bet. I'm not letting you run away with that if you lose the para one, because
I never win when I'm on you.
21.5 though, like, as Rando says, I just have memories, especially when Raiders nearly won as well. I think they beat the Storm. I saw Eddie's plus there tripled as well, because one thing Ricky's good at is just inspiring guys after they've put in a piece of shit performance, which
He'd be
Raiders
bashing 'em. He'd be bashing
which
'em.
the Raiders do all the time, so
bashing
you
'em
can
all
see
week.
the
They're getting
trend.
whipped.
Sorry, Roo, I'm going to ruin it for you, but I'm joining you.
Can I come too? I'm coming with you here. Fuck that. You see, everyone else is tripling. I'm going to sit over here like a fucking loser. But like plus 15.5 freaks me out. Plus 29.5, you're sweet.
Yeah, like the Storm are good.
What's the weather?
The weather's going to be dry. Sorry, windy. Dry.
Windy. Shit goes weird when it's wind. That's what Andrew John says.
Well, you're playing in a stadium. I feel like it's usually protected.
She swirls down there.
Look, the Storm won't put more than 30 on them. That'll be the max, and it's just about, can the Raiders score a couple tries? That's basically it. Like, that's
53.5 is a lot of rugby league points. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're really good there. Great betting, everyone. Look forward to tripling with you all.
This is season-defining week, just quietly.
That's big.
This is huge.
Yeah. But Sebo, we could
Huge
go
week.
good if we beat Roo.
Yeah, beat Roo.
And then
Yeah,
we
that's
get this.
I'm scorpioning him, because otherwise he could lose that and then crawl it back straight
And
away.
I'm like, I'm not
nah.
letting him fucking go. Like, what are you talking about? He's stupid. And then you'll be back to fucking 80.
I'll be straight back to fucking 80.
Oh yeah,
Straight back
fuck,
there.
Yeah. If these both go right for Roo and not for us, obviously you're tied in one of them. But he could just kick out to basically unit scuba territory.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already there, so I'm already.
No, not yet. There's still what 10? How many rounds have we got left after this? 10.
Yeah, got to start firing shots. Like, I mean, I only just
Plus
came back
the
to life.
five.
I've got to fire shots. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm tripling, because I've got to
Yeah.
go out there and work.
You got to fire. Yep.
Yeah,
fire.
that's why I tripled last week as well.
Lippy only Storm to score 10 points. Coates first, second, or third. Nah, don't like that. Sorry, bruh. Shit bet.
All righty, move on. Look, I don't want to shit on the Lippy who, obviously he's a Baggy Green member. He got us the Stags. These bets have been fucking pretty forgettable. Dragons, Dolphins, Net Strata Jubilee Stadium. $1.95 for the Dragons, $1.85 for the Fish. 1.5 is the line, 51.5 is the total. This is the Saturday night game, hey?
Sunday either, 2 p.m., isn't it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Don't ask me.
Oh, and then what? There's three on
Three
Sunday?
games on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So this is what time on Sunday?
2 p.m.
Right, makes sense. What's the go here, Rando?
It's going to be dry at Net Strata Jubilee for this one. Looks like it's going to be fins up through the stats. First of all, Wayne Bennett has won his last 5 games, coached against Shane Flanagan. The Dragons have also only won 1 of their last 4 games against teams who kept them to nil earlier in the season. So I do like the Finns here for try scorers. The Finns right edge has a great record against the Dragons. You got Jermaine Asako, who has scored in every game for the Finns against the Dragons. And then you got Jake Averillo, who has scored in his last 4 games against the Dragons, including 3 doubles. More on Asako here for a bit more value. The Finns have scored the second most last tries this year, and the Dragons have conceded the second most last tries. The main top last try scorer for the Dolphins is the right winger. The Dragons concede the most last tries to right wingers as well. So Jermaine Asako at $7.50 to score last is a value play for those at home.
Those stats didn't help me.
They haven't helped me. I'll tell you what my bet is, punters and dribblers, for no reason in particular. In fact, there's no reason at all. JMK and Mark Nichols. That's it. That's the bet. $27.86.
I'm with you, Eddie, in terms of like no reason for any
I don't
of
have
this.
a reason for it. I don't like this game.
Plath-
I'll be honest with you. Don't like
Plath, Herbie, first, second, or third, 84.05.
I don't like this game. Don't like it. I've got no time for it.
Plath,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
I think I've got a bit of value in this one. Lomax, I believe, is going up against Tessie New in this game. I love that matchup for Zach Lomax. I think that's perfect for him. Asako, he always scores, and the Dolphins, they're always in tight affairs. So I'm going either team under 6.5 here. I think Lomax and Asako have already scored 1 each in this game. I only need Lomax to score another tight game, $18.44.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's starting to worry me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This bloke, this fucking Cheshire cat next to me.
Sebo?
I had the Dolphins line. It was triple, but we can only triple 2 things, so I've already done that. Taken out the triple, and then I've just taken rando stats, Averillo and Asako for 606. Like, why? Like, aren't the Dolphins like a top 4 team? Like, what am I missing here?
They're fifth, yeah.
But like,
yeah.
they nearly, like, Melbourne.
They fucking,
sixth,
yeah,
like,
I know. They pushed Melbourne.
like-
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they're so, like, it's the Dragons.
They're not at Wynn Stadium either. It's Net Strata.
Yeah, I don't know. 606. I hate the bet.
Hate the game, hate the bet.
Yep.
Fair enough. And the Lippy, JMK, Hammer and Lomax, $16.58 rugby league cents.
Cool. All right, Panthers Cows. Another game I don't love. Bluebet Stadium. Ned Stadium. $1.28 for the Panthers, $3.80 for the Cows. 11.5 is the line. 47.5 is the total, Rando.
The Cowboys, they're looking for their first win at the foot of the mountain since 2016. They have only scored 2 tries in their last 3 games at the venue. I think the 47.5 points is way too much, considering that 8 of the last 9 games between these 2 teams in Penrith have been well below 47.5 points. So the unders looks on here. For try scorers, you got to look at Brian To'o, a 100% try scoring record in 6 games against the Cowboys. He's also scored 4 tries in 4 day games this year. For a little bit more value, Dylan Edwards coming off obviously that Origin losing performance for New South Wales last night. He scored in each of his last 3 games, and the Cowboys have conceded a try to a fullback they've conceded 5 tries to the fullback in their last 5 games.
That's music to my ears, mate, because I've got Edwards and I've got Drinky. 2 fullbacks.
Ooh.
664.
Love the constitution there, because I've got Alamotti and Targo, both centres. I considered it both first or second, but almost a knight's bet if it's like a chessboard. You know,
Yes.
rooks, knights,
Yes.
bishops.
Yes.
Both centres, box Quinella. So I just need them to score first, second, or third. Like, it's not a double ender. It's kind of like a cousin to a double ender. The philosophy of a double ender is that you've got a player in each team, so you can always be happy. But with a bishop,
Second
a
cousin?
knight,
First
a
cousin?
rooks, You can go whichever way the ball swings. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy with my
So
fullbacks
that's
bet.
35-40.
I don't mind that. I've got Edwards and Alamotti first, second, or third.
Cute.
32.
Edwards
43.
and or Edwards or?
Edwards and.
Yep.
I had Alamotti and Drinky. I'm going to chuck To'o in off the back of Rando stats. $14.10 there.
What is our stag doing?
He's got Leota and To'o. $11.85.
Rogue.
Very rogue.
Very rogue traders. Shout out to Natalie Bassingthwaite. Roosters Tigers. Last game of the round. Allianz. $1.22 the Roosters. $4.25 the Tigers. 13.5 is the line, and 53.5 is the total points round over the last time today.
The Tigers, they're looking to win 3 straight games for the first time since April 2018. They'll be up against it because they haven't beaten the Roosters they haven't beaten the Roosters since 2009 at Allianz. They've been outscored 144-20 in their last 3 meetings. Dom Young is the lock of the round, a double in each of his last 2 games against the Tigers, and the Tigers have conceded a try to a right winger in each of their last 4 games. But the value play here is the left second rower running up against Aiden Caesar. His opposing half has scored in each of the last 3 games. I don't trust Luke Keary, but I do trust either Angus Crichton or Nat Butcher in that left second row role. Rumours are that if Crichton does play 80 minutes, that he might be rested for this Tigers match, and Butcher will be playing left 2R instead. So
Natty
keep an eye
Bush
on that.
475 right now if you wanted to get on
Oh,
that.
baby.
I like the Roosters, and I think there's a couple of Tigers fans in the room, and I can't remember specifically what they've been saying, but basically if the Tigers win 2 in a row, they just fall off a cliff. So I think the Roosters go out and they give them a proper old school working. I've got Roosters minus 13.5. Then I've got a couple of fucking Origin heroes going in, Angus Crichton and Connor Watson. Just a couple of big, strong New South Wales men I expect to go out there and work these Tigers over. If AC doesn't play, obviously, I'll be looking at a Natty Butch. I'll be having a little gander at a Natty Butch. But for this point in time, AC, Connor Watson, 17.25. You can take that out for dinner. You can take it home for mum and dad as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Listen, I'm going, my bet was sort of just all over the shop here.
Was it, mate?
I am going Roosters minus 13.5.
Was it really?
All over the shop.
Tell us more.
Quickly, tell me more.
Tell
me more, tell me more.
Don't. I'm going Natty Butch and Luke Keary. Going both to score. If it's going to be a butt fucking of note, which I hope it to be, Natty Butch, Luke Keary, 29.69.
I'm going to go with Dom Young to cross, James Tedesco, and then for a bit of value, boys, I'm going to take the Tigers' best player. Everything goes to him. Appy, $13.19 there.
Nice, mate.
I was also 24.43, not 29. Apologies.
I am taking Roosters minus 13.5, like 13 plus. It's the Tigers against the Roosters, and this is the time to do it. You're getting a good line there, 13.5, because the Tigers, yeah, they won 2 in a row, but it's was it last year the Roosters pumped them by like 70?
Year before.
Year before. I think that's going to happen again. I'm just going to take Rando's try scorers because I originally just had the line there, triple staked, but as we know, I've already done my triple stakes. So Dommy and Natty Butch, 10-11.
Nice.
Nice, bruh. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah.
And the Lippy is doing Angus Crichton, Radley, Young, first or second, $31.
Beautiful. All right, let's get to some unit scoopers. I'm going to kick things off here, punters and dribblers, with my unit scooper. This was going to be my Eels bet before I realised that triple staking the win was the bet to play there. I think the Eels are going to win. I like Will Pensini just from a value play, 360. He banged for me a couple of weeks ago and I needed him to. And then Sean Lane. Feel like he's been out of form. When Mitchell Moses is in, Dylan Brown plays well. When Dylan Brown's got it all on his shoulders, Dylan Brown doesn't play that well. I see Dylan Brown putting Shawnee Lane back through holes again. I feel like they went away from that. They weren't putting through holes. Eels to win, Pensini Lane, 24.68. I'm just trying to scoop her on one game. Just see if I can do it. Edward.
Don't hate that, mate. I am taking 6 lines, 6 glorious lines. Was plus 3.5, Eels plus 1.5, Raiders plus 15.5, Roosters minus 13.5, Dolphins minus 1.5, 26.34.
Taking a few try scorers. Jermaine Asako, Zach Lomax, Dom Young, tick, tick, tick. I'm going to take Dylan Brown's crash through price on Saturday, I think it is. And then that Sharks right edge is just humming. So Jesse Ramian. Boys, I've essentially got Ramian and Brown to score at $78.
Ramian doesn't score, though. That's a problem.
That's
Ramian's
probably
the
worth
tough
it.
one.
You know what I
In
mean?
my Supercoach team, he does, boys. Brace yourself.
Sebo?
I've just made mine up on the fly because I forgot to do it during show. But here we go. I'm taking, Britton Nickera. He's going to get, there we go. That's going to get me the price I want. So I'm taking a lot of favourites here because I feel the Eels, the Dolphins, I feel like they're underpriced, overpriced. I feel they should win. Roosters are going to pump the bloody Tigers. I'm taking Dommy Young there as well. Raiders, I'm taking that alternative line of plus 21.5, as we talked about on the triple stake thing. Then, as I said, Nickera there. That gets me 49.31 for the Eels, who are just going to pump the Knights. Right? Nickera just needs to score. That's bad. And Dommy Young. Otherwise, the Raiders plus 21.5. Oh, and I've also got Penrith to win, Dolphins. That's we've already mentioned the Dolphins.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Let's
now.
start again. Yep. All right. Para to win.
Yep.
Dolphins to win.
Yep.
Penrith to win. Roosters to win with Dommy Young. Raiders plus 21.5. Britton Nickera.
I swear that wasn't what you said last time.
No, it
No.
wasn't. He's mixed. He's fucking.
No, I just missed the Penrith one. That's all. I just didn't say it in that order. Paying 49.31. I've only got 2 ATSs in there. One's Dommy Young against the Tigers.
I don't hate the bet. I'll stand here and say it, or I'll sit here and say it.
Good for you, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Really happy with that.
Good for you.
Really happy.
Nothing more disparaging than when Eddie just says "good for you" after you say something. It's incredibly dismissive, but good for you.
Yeah, no, but I can sense
what?
the
Good for you,
undertones of
mate.
like fear, jealousy, all that sort of stuff.
No,
It's like,
I
this
was
is a
bored
fucking
by
unit
it, mate.
scooper. This is a unit scooper. This is so simple.
Okay. Well, let's see how you go. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
Boys, Saturday is going to be such a big day.
Oh, Saturday's the day
I'm
of
shitting
days.
myself.
Saturday's
Yeah.
the
Big
day
Black
of days.
Saturday of about
Huge
even.
day.
Day of days.
We'll be in a fucking rugby league mood as well. Don't you worry about that.
Lippy, Sharks minus 4.5, Wild plus 3.5, Knights minus 1.5, Fish minus 1.5, Panthers minus 11.5, Roosters minus 13.5, Raiders plus 15.5. You get $95.12 for, is that 7 legs? I think it is.
Beautiful. Let's get to the hot seat and then get the fuck out of here. All right, hot seat time. Absolutely bullish on the Parramatta Eels. There's nothing about the Newcastle Knights that gets me stiff in the slightest. It's flaccidity all over the park for the Newcastle Knights. So I'm just taking the Eels to win. $2. Easy. And then I don't know how many more I've got to hit so that I can fucking take home the cash, but it's a couple. I'm up against it, but Eels win this week. $2. That's a hot seat bet. All right, boys. Well, that's it. We're done. I think the Eels are definitely going to fucking win, so that hot seat bet is a lock. And I just need 3 more maybe after that, and then we're good to go. So, yeah, really pumped.
I hate that you've taken the Eels as that fucking hot seat bet.
Love it. Absolutely fucking love it.
All right. Shout out to Neds once more for their support. We love you. Go follow along on our Neds profiles. We'll be putting all the bets up there. Also in the About Even group. We will see you next week.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.